Alright guys, today we're going to be making this holiday Prosecco Jello shots, so let's get to it. So we're going to start by taking our gelatin and blooming it. So basically just mixing it all together and letting it sit for a minute so that the gelatin will rise before we put it in our pan. So you're just going to mix it all together until it's dissolved and then set it off to the side in a separate bowl. And then we're going to take our raspberries and we're going to cut them all up into smaller pieces. So literally just take them and just keep cutting them. After we've done that, we're going to heat up our saucepan just like on really low heat and put half a cup of Prosecco in there. And then we're going to add in our gelatin that's been sitting. I'm only doing half of the bowl because I'm doing two separate trays of Jello shots. So you would normally just use the entire thing, but since I'm doing two, I'm doing it separately. Anyways, so after we've added in our gelatin, we're going to add in our maple syrup, and then you're just going to mix all of that together until it's completely, like the gelatin's completely dissolved. So you can see how it's thick here. You basically just want to keep stirring it until it's all one like cohesive liquid and there's no chunks in there. So you can too, like even if the gelatin's been sitting for a while, it's extra chunky, you could just press down with your whisk, but just keep stirring it. And then after it's completely dissolved, we're just going to add in the rest of the bottle and whisk it in. And it will like froth up. So just pour it really slowly at a side angle, like as if you were pouring a tap beer. And then we're going to take it off of the oven and we're going to grab a casserole dish. I'm doing it in a casserole dish because after these set up, I'm just going to cut them into squares because I don't want to like buy the little Jello cups, and I think like little Jello squares are cute anyways. And I'm also trying to get my friends lit without them realizing it. So I'm doing bigger chunks. So we're going to put our raspberries at the bottom of the pan. And then we're just going to slowly pour our mixture over the top. That way those raspberries kind of stay like separated so that we can get them in every single shot. And then once the foaming has gone down, we're just going to put our edible flowers all over the top. And I was actually able to find edible flowers at Winco, which is surprising. I feel like Winco is just my lifeline for everything. And after we put on our edible flowers, you can see I did quite a bit. We're just going to cover it with foil and then let it refrigerate for 5 hours. So after it's been sitting for 5 hours, it's going to look like this. And you're going to be able to poke it and it's going to be super jello-y. And that's it. If you guys like this video, then like, rate, subscribe. But bon appetit, y'all.